Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rugby Union SA Premier Grade Grand Final at Bailey Reserve. I'm Steph Redmond, here with Callum Walton. We're just about set for the big dance. The weather's held off, which is good.
Yeah, good afternoon, Steph. It's looks like it's gonna maybe a bit of sun to come out for this grand final here. It's normally pretty hot when we have finals, so this is a bit of a mix-up.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier with a couple other people, and we were just saying, usually it's 25 degrees and everyone's getting sunburned for the
shorts
first time.
And sunscreen. And Burnside have just come onto the field here, led by Ed Wilkes. He's one of our English fellows that came over due to a Australian partner. So yeah.
Good old Ed's, welcome. He had a cracker of a game a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he's a tough English lad. I actually went over and played with him at Havant in Portsmouth, and we played when we were about 19, and he's always just been a hard running guy. Likes a bit of the fancy footwork as well, fancy offloads. But he's going to just do that hard stuff for you at 12 as well.
Yeah, for sure. And Brighton making their way out on the field, led by Ali Wood. Speaking of Englishmen.
Yeah, another Englishman from Portsmouth.
Yeah, exactly. So Brighton seem to be setting up on the right-hand side here as we're looking at them. Yeah,
so traditionally in the number of grand finals we've had between each other, Burnside sort of normally are down on the right-hand side, and Brighton like to take this left, but this year roles are reversed.
Roles have been reversed, so Brighton's got a couple of tents set up on the far side of the field.
Yep, I know too well about those tents getting abused over the years, specifically last year.
I think the weather this year might be keeping them a fraction more tame, but we're going to have the national anthem before we get stuck into it.
And here we go, Steph. Both teams look pretty serious, ready for this one.
They do, don't they?
I mean, what has it been in the last 7? It's been 6 out of 7, these two teams.
It has been. It's a ding-dong battle every time they come up against each other, and it's hard fought. And I don't know which way you can call it. You can never call it till the final whistle goes with these guys, because they just punch it out for 80 minutes solidly, don't they?
That's it, exactly. And and both teams always come out and compete. It's always been the case. So looking at your squad today, Brighton, they look pretty strong as always. I like to see sort of Andrew Brown and Ali Wood in the second row together. I think that's a pretty good combo.
It's a pretty mobile 2 row, really, when you look at it.
Yeah.
Interesting back row. You got Alex Clark, number 7.
Yeah.
Lewis Boyle at number 8.
Yeah, so he was your 12 most of the season, isn't he?
Correct.
Yeah,
versatile as.
Just making room for Suss, I see.
Well, I see that, yeah. Has he got his goggles on out there?
I believe. No, he doesn't. That's it. He's done the old Artie Sarvia, promoted it and then not worn them.
Yeah, exactly. And we got Nick Simpson on the blind side, who is just a weapon with a ball in hand.
Yeah, he had a very strong game when the first final was held, but here we go. Harrison Rohili to kick off.
And we're into it. Here we go. Long, deep kick, loud to bounce. Nathan McPherson clearing up, taking it into the first contact, just short of the 22.
It's probably not what you want, is to let that ball bounce from the first kick-off. No. Let's see what Plummer can do with it.
Joel, little chip over the top for Max Presley to run onto.
That
takes it nicely,
very
steps
smart
through. Now needs support. So Brighton, quick recycle. Connor McCarthy out into the centres. Andrew Brown first touch of the ball. Hit a bit high, but
just around the shoulder there, I reckon.
Yep.
That's a nice solid hit there by Chris Walton, the veteran of the team.
Connor McCarthy out to Logie Brown. Short shift out to Lewis Boyle.
Met well with Ball there.
Yep, there was a definite thud in contact. Out the back to McPherson. Skip pass over to Nathan Satala. Little skip step. before finally taking the ground, just short of halfway.
Having that Nathan and Plummer both in there at 15 and 10 is very handy, having two ball makers, you know.
Simpson just taking it to the line, showing and getting well whaled, not making the gain line. Jacob France.
Out the back, lovely hands there. Robbie here, the squid, very strong. No, he did very well there to keep that ball in, and we now have Cheese with the ball.
Now Reece Fishwick loves ball in hand.
Jacob France here with the hit up. Let's see how it goes. Nice offload to Ali Wood inside. And that's a missed tackle by Chris Walton. Ali Wood with the straight hit. That's very solid by the 15, Tony Barker.
Taken up to the 22. Slow recycle. Out again for Boyle. Buries his head. Makes meters.
Just getting that front foot forward ball at the moment, Brighton. Making the yards as they come.
France again. Props. Cuts back into traffic.
Just slowing it down a bit now.
Out the back for Logie Brown.
Oh, shot.
Sort of blindsided on that one, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting Zach Ellis there.
No, he wasn't. Nick Simpson.
Nick Simpson here. He's got pace. If he can hold on to this.
Breaks
good cover
the
there
tackle
by Tony Barker.
McCarthy up to Lewis Boyle. Met double tackle. Places ball back. McCarthy up to Ali Wood. Had to reach for it. Bit upright in the tackle. May get held up here. Finally gets a knee to the ground.
Well, did well to get to the ground there, Ali, who was under a lot of pressure.
Out for Pears. Pears running hard at the line. Quick recycle. Half a step taken.
And I've seen the referee there with his arm out for advantage. So we'll see what plays from here.
So Simpson again squirreling towards the line. One off ball up for France to Nathan McPherson. Still attacking. Good passage of play here for Brighton.
They're holding on the ball. Number of phases now. Sort of slowed down a little bit with their advantage at the gain line, but it's still got that advantage from the referee.
It's sapping defence though, isn't it? Making tackle after tackle.
Tiring.
So they're still going. I think they're up to about 9 or 10 phases now. Logie Brown actually...
Big hit there again on Logie Brown. Oh, quick tap from Logie, and I'll tell you what. Oh, just off the mark. Oh, Logan didn't like that from Mr. Chris Walt. The two old heads of both teams there having a bit of a clash.
I think they're just exchanging phone numbers again. Did Chris say he had a new phone or something?
Yeah, you know, just telling Logan how well he looks, so now he's lost a bit of weight on him.
Yeah, I'll meet you afterwards for a beer, I'm sure he said.
I think Brighton's opted for some points here, which is a very smart move. 3 minutes in.
Might as well get points on the board when they're available to you. Rather than chasing the scoreboard, you might as well be making on it. So 3 minutes, well, nearly 4 minutes in, and it's been
all Brighton.
All Brighton. They've had all possession. They've made some great inroads, and and put some phases together.
I thought that option from Plummer there, he just reads the game very well at 10. He's a very stable 10, but can just offer you that little bit of sort of individual brilliance when you can just kick it through. Your winger came onto it pretty well there with Max.
Oh, Max Presley, yeah, he's a class runner.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when he's attacking the ball.
He had an absolute great game in that first final against Burnside. That's sort of carved us up a little bit there, I think.
So Joel Plummer just receiving some attention on the sideline. Looks like a bit of a cut over the right eye. And penalty slotted through by Nathan McPherson. So 3-0, 4.5 minutes into this Premier Grade Grand Final.
Yeah, to be honest, I think Burnside there sort of need to get on that front foot in defence. So we're sort of letting Brighton run at them there. If you do that, Brighton with the power they've got and their skill are just going to sort of, gain that advantage every time.
Yep, they'll need to keep it a flat line defence or else they'll exploit it through those gaps.
That is a great restart.
Well, that's 10 metres.
That is great, but well taken by Logan Brown there.
Logan Brown mopping up right on the 10-metre line. Ball out for Connor McCarthy, straight behind Nathan McPherson. Cleaned up by Robbie Ferguson, who will go looking for somebody to run into. Still going, finally taking the ground. Oh, lovely late pass.
Just dropped
left
that
behind, but a little knock on there.
So our first scrum, 5.5 minutes down.
How's it going to go, you reckon?
Pretty even packs, to be honest, I think.
Two decent-sized packs out there. You're looking at the back row for Burnside. There's some big boys out there.
Yeah, and Louis Fagan, our number 3 tight end. It's his 150th game for Burnside today, so congratulations Louis.
Yeah, well done. Massive effort.
He's a solid tight end. Best in the state at some stages, I definitely believe. He knows what he's doing. He likes the dart work. He's up against Jacob France, another solid player.
Yep, so yeah. as you said, the dark arts of the front row. It'll be on for young and old in there at the minute. First scrum of the day.
Oh, there's a bit of a slip there. I think we're going to just reset that.
The patches out there on that of the turf are a bit skiddy, so we'll probably come in a couple of metres and reset it. Give the boys a chance to clean their sprigs out and reset and go again.
I tell you what, though, Steph, this pitch compared to what it used to be like after a big downpour, it's had what, 5 games on it today, 4 games on it already.
This is 4th game today.
Yeah, 4th game. It's doing pretty well compared
the amount
to
of rain that we've had.
Yeah,
generally it was like you couldn't tell which team was which after like a 5-second shower. Years gone by, and it'd be like, oh shit, oh sorry mate, onside.
The scrum would have been down about 5 times already, and it's held up pretty well. Burnside seems to have a little bit of a shunt on there. Ned Ruddy there, getting the ball out at halfback. And that's Ed Wiltshire straight with the hit up over Nathan. I don't think Nathan will like that too much. Just a bit of a loose carry there by Burnside into contact.
The ball's called going backwards. Slow ball though.
Hit up by Lockie English there. He's made good yards there.
If Brighton players going a fraction high there, they need to come drop their tackles down, or else they're going to make the extra yards through the game line.
Yeah, it's all about that low tackle focus.
It is. So slow ball again.
I tell you what, not one to sort of pick out things, but I can notice Brighton are defending very flat up front. There's no one behind. Sort of, if Burnside can look into that a little bit, I think there might be some options over the back there.
Nice little chip through, or even a grubber there.
Yeah, big time.
Players to run onto.
Yeah, we've got Burnside got a penalty here. Sort of not a betting man, but I believe Ed will go for points here. Very Englishman, take the points when we can.
I'd be even as a forward, I'd say take the points.
Give us a bit of a rest.
Yeah, well, it's been, what have we, 8 minutes into it, and it's been pretty frantic.
Yeah.
Chance to take a breath, reflect on what's going on in front of you, and actually work out if anything you need to change, or have a chat about where you need to be going, or focusing on what.
Yeah, that's true, Stefan. It's interesting to see both teams sort of both trying to catch their breath a little bit. Now, as a senior player, this is, like you said, I can see Chris Waltz there just talking to a couple of the lads, sort of saying, you know, maybe next phase we need to do this.
Yep.
And you can see a few others talking there as well from Brighton. Ali Wood talking to Connor the 9, saying maybe, you know.
Yeah.
So it's good when your leaders sort of stand up, especially in a grand final. You need your leaders, your senior heads to stand up, really carry those younger lads.
Yep, they're probably focusing, what are you seeing from 9 when we're buried in these rucks and mauls and stuff, because there's been plenty of them. Both sides getting through plenty of phases, and
that's
never looked like missing that one.
Straight through the middle, over the black dot. That's a good kick from Ed. That will give Ed's confidence a bit of a boost. He's sort of a confidence kicker, personally, I believe.
Most kickers?
Yeah, very true. So, yeah, skip me. See Ed get that through is nice. 3-all. 9 minutes gone so far.
Little
pretty
spark
even.
under the Burnside supporters in the stand here. The volume's gone up by about 30 or 40 decibels.
Yeah, I think, the grandstand is completely packed, which is always the case between these two teams. Both have great supporters, so we have the Burnside women right next to us. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be pretty loud for most of this game.
Burnside women, all the women's supporters and all the women's sides, they're great supporters of the game, and they're always the most vocal.
Yeah. Zach Ellis there over hit up. He's hit hard by Andrew Brown.
Slow recycle, but controlled. Quicker this time.
What we do there with Harrison at 10.
Show and go.
That's a lovely. Oh, that's high by Nathan there. And that's a penalty there. Nathan just sort of slipped up on that tackle there. Tony's a bit slow to get up. That's Tony Barker, the 15, holding his knee there in a bit of pain.
Left knee there, but
old Suss and Waltz at it again.
All smiles all around though.
It's all good. You know, we spoke to a couple of them before the game, and you know, everyone's handshakes, good game. But when it comes to the game, enemies probably is the right word to use.
Well, that's rugby though, isn't it?
Yeah.
80 minutes of battering each other, handshaking a beer afterwards, and talk about who really won.
Yeah,
the 100%. Scoreboard doesn't reflect the score of the game as the little wins and the little losses that you can take throughout the game. And
yeah, I 100% agree. I remember playing one of your former players, Henry Bradford, who's a good friend of mine, and every time we sort of had a hit against each other, it was 1-1, 1-0.
Yeah. Classic Henry, isn't it?
Yeah.
He was always one for little wins, and he's always quite happy to tell you about it.
He's very happy to tell you about it and give you a bit of advice on what he was going to do next time.
Especially if he thought he was up.
Yeah. Just taking some time off here for 15, Tony Barker, who's down. Henry McGregor, our physio's maybe just giving him a bit of a special rub there. I'm not sure what he's doing really, playing with his knee.
Magic spray hasn't come out, or the magic sponge.
I'll tell you what.
Holding the other knee.
I'm surprised Henry, the physio, hasn't got his Bupa card out there ready to give us a swipe. Not too fond of us going in there and swiping his car for him. I think I brought him his new house and his car, to be honest.
Yeah. He's definitely a bit ginger getting up.
He definitely is that. That's a substitution right there. Sam Neary is now going to come on early. So Sam Neary was a junior of ours, played all the junior ranks, very good player.
Yep.
Went over to Sydney Uni, I believe it was, for university.
Yep.
Played some second grade and first grade Colts over there.
Oh, nice.
And then got a job back this year in South Australia and returned. That kick there from Harrison is not the best for Burnside. We've only sort of made about 8 metres, I reckon.
But it's out.
It's out, which is the big thing for Burnside at the moment, is making sure that ball's out.
So, quick line out taken.
And that's stolen. Burnside's come back with it.
Ball juggling around. I think it might have been a little knock on there off the top by Nick Simpson. So, ball sitting at the back.
Ready for Manu. Manu's going to take that up and look for the offload, but takes it into contact. Shrugs off a couple of defenders.
Finally taken to ground.
Shipped out from Harrison to Ed. Ed out to Isaac. Oh, that's just gone behind 13 Isaac there. And I think turned over the Brighton.
Ball. Yep. Connor McCarthy set to play it out. Pears out to Nath McPherson, out to Lewis Boyle. Andrew Brown, quick hands out to Robbie Ferguson.
Solid tackle there by Sam Neary. And then followed up by Nigel Lamsam on Logan Brown. Nigel will be pumped up with that one, and Logan will not like that.
Speaking of little wins.
That's a big, I think that is definitely a little win by Nigel there.
Yeah, he'll be smiling on the inside for that one.
And that's stolen straight from Andrew Brown. That's very Brown, easy to read that.
It was, wasn't it? It was so telegraphed.
If
so up to Ali Wood, out the back to Nathan McPherson. Short ball to Pears. Monstered in a tackle there, and it looked like it was in turnover, but we're coming back for a penalty.
Is that what's he signalling for there? 5? Late hit, maybe. I thought that Manu just pulled out of that, but
unsure.
Yeah, to be honest, there, Steph, if Burnside are going to get on top of Brighton's forwards there, these lineouts need to be crisp.
They do.
You have a line out there inside your own half under pressure, and if you're going to let Andrew Brown jump up at one and take that ball, something needs fixing there.
It was uncontested for him too, wasn't it?
Too easy. Yep. Let's see what Brighton do here. It looks like a full-man line out.
Jacob Front sitting at the front. Ali Wood at 2. Nick Simpson at 3.
It's going straight
and we go back to
Alex Clark. Switch up there.
Simpson.
Zach Ellis read that pretty well there, I think. Counteracted that.
So slow ball for Brighton. Pick and go. Andrew Brown makes
he will
a metre.
Always make yards, Andrew Brown. For someone of his age to be playing Premier Grade rugby the way he does and carve up.
They tell you he's not that old.
Oh. Unfortunately, I over the years have given him a little bit of abuse for being old, but
when you've been around a few years, you actually know how old he is.
Yeah, exactly. I remember playing against him when I was 18, and that was a long time ago. So that was a good little turnover there by Burnside. Just take themselves out of danger there on their own 5.
It was just slow at the breakdown there for Brighton.
Really not going for metres. Just get that ball out is the key.
Percentages, isn't it? They're just making sure of each play.
And see if we can sort of do something a little bit better this time.
So we'll have a double defensive throw. Nick Simpson up.
That's much better. And he's pinned him for not straight.
Yeah. Looking at the replay on our screen, it was straight to the outside arm.
I could definitely tell that even watching it live from here, unfortunately, which is a bit of a coach killer, as the old quoting Alex Rockaborough, I think that is, saying coach killer last year a lot. Look, it doesn't help Burnside on their own 22 doing a not straight there.
No, it doesn't. When we're talking about percentages and stuff, especially in a tight game.
Let's
So
see
scrum.
what Brighton can do from here. What would your options be?
We've got Robbie Ferguson standing directly behind, so it could be 8, 9, 11 blind side, or they're just going to go width out to Max Priestley on the far side.
Yeah, it looks like Joel's slid in behind Piers there, you're 12. And then you got Nathan and Joel right there, two playmakers. I kind of believe we might try and see Suss try and break the gain line here.
8, 9, 12 into
Inside,
Robbie Ferguson.
and that's
Bounced off his chest. Unfortunate. But yeah, nice play.
Bit of variety and options there from Brighton, which you like to see.
And very messy at that breakdown. Finally blown, whistle blown, and we'll have a scrum. Burnside ball.
16 minutes gone, Steph. What are you thinking?
We've got a grand final here.
Pretty even, isn't it?
Like there's nobody's letting up, and the errors are being forced by both sides. So the defence has been bang on. There's been some solid runs and some solid defence from both sides. I think both coaches will be looking at it going, we've just got to keep trying. We've got to just keep probing and try and make that crack.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very much of the same opinion as you, Steph. I think if I was Tom Hankey right now, I'd like to see a bit more territory, get down there in Brighton's end.
Kicking a possession always never been a good idea, though.
No.
Burnside ball in hand are always classy, and Brighton bring it out in the same vein. So I think if you give each side the opportunity by kicking it away, the other's going to exploit it.
Yep, 100%. And Burnside making good yards there. Unfortunately, that's just gone forward by Nigel Lamsam there in the offload. So we're going to have another scrum. 17 minutes down. I think we've had about 4 or 5 scrums already.
Yep. I think it's just the pressure and so what are we? 17 and a half minutes into the game. So boys should be actually starting to get their natural rhythms back. Like the early start jitters should be going. Both sides should be starting to go through the flow of their game and get into their natural rhythm. And I think it's just the defence is forcing the errors from both sides.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be interesting again. We've sort of got a line-up of Plummer and Nathan and Max Priestley all behind each other here.
We're going to have a line out behind the scrum.
Nathan's now shifted out left a little wider and they've gone blind on his own. Let's see what comes off. He's made good yards there, Lewis Ball, off the back of the scrum.
He solid with ball on hand. What do we got going? It's just slow ball, and we've gone
Logan Brown out there taking a hit up.
So Reece Fishwick over the ball.
It's a good dummy there by Andrew Brown.
Quick ball again out to Ali Wood. Takes it into contact. Slow, but control.
Burnside has set in that defensive line pretty well so far.
So Brighton...
it's lost that, and Manu's picked it up and gone forward. Well supported
Nigel
by
straight
Nigel.
over supporting him. And here's that first kick
That's
we've
kicked
talked
out
about,
on
and
the
that was
full.
outside.
And that is, again, not what Burnside want to be doing at that area in the pitch against this Brighton team. And it's those 1%ers there, Steph, which will come back and sort of bite you in the butt a bit.
Yeah, Tom Hankey would have taken a deep breath on that one and may have muttered something under his breath.
100%. You win that ball back from good, solid defence. You need that ball either staying in or keep it in hand, as you said earlier.
Kicking the ball. If you're going to kick it, make sure it's an effective kick. That one wasn't intentional. It was just a slice off the side of the boot. But Logie Brown to a 4-man line out. Nick Simpson clean take down to Connor McCarthy. Straight out to Piers.
Big hit up there. Breaks 2 tackles. Still making yards.
10 metres short of the line now. Quick recycle. Or is it a turnover? No,
pick and go there. Still going. That was Nathan Satala, I believe, in there in the piggies.
Suss thinking he's a forward again.
Right. He's got the stomach for it.
Ali Wood. Nice long place. Lewis Boyle trucking himself through. Good leg drive. Sending it wide. Piers attacking the line. 2 players.
Solid hit there by Ed and Sam Neary.
Just
Reece Fisher with a hit up. Taken hard by Manu.
So pick and go again. No.
Out to Andrew Brown. Met by Chris Walton up early. Putting that pressure on that first receiver.
Ball available for Connor McCarthy. Out the back to
out
Plummer.
Wide.
Plummer
taken on his own.
Well met by 2 Burnside players. Quick ball again out to Simpson.
They have numbers. Well met in defence there by Fraser Green.
wrapped up beautifully there and driving through.
Try time.
Try time for Nick Simpson. Loves it, ball in hand that close. He's just hungry for that 5-pointer, and he's solid.
He's a very. I remember Nick coming on the scene a couple of years back, and you could see a lot of potential in him. Sometimes he showed that too over eagerness, you know, and I think sort of Wadsley had to sort of calm him down a little bit.
Yeah, they've handbraked him a little bit.
Just sort of said, you know, you don't have to do it all, mate. Just pick your time.
14 other blokes out there to help you through it.
And by that, this year, he's definitely improved. He looks like he's added a bit of weight to himself.
He's bulked up a bit, and
he's got those flash boots, and he's gone over with a good try.
If you're gonna wear flash boots, you got to produce, don't you?
Yeah, 100%, 100. That's why I always wore black.
Yeah. I've spent years, like nowadays, to find a pair of black boots. It's hard, isn't it?
I mean, I had a start of last year. I had some blue ones, and as soon as they split, I went, nah, go back to the black. I think.
But yeah, no, that was a good passage by Brighton. Lots of phases going through. Burnside up to them with defensive, but just around that breakdown, it's just that constant probing. And Nick Simpson spotted a little hole and took his opportunities.
Nathan's just pushed that to the left-hand side of the post, I believe. So it's 8-3, 22 minutes gone. It's weird, isn't it? There's not high scoring, but they're at each other, and it keeps going. It's great, like you said, grand final footy.
Yeah, it's sheep stations all day. It's like nobody's out. There's nothing flashy being done.
No, everyone's doing the solid job. Let's go and see if Harrison can get that restart hanging again and get someone under it.
It's nice.
Yeah, well, now we need Big Naxi, number 8, to get under that there. Lewis Ball's come through perfectly with that. I think that's just gone forward a bit there. But off a boot.
Yeah. But Connor McCarthy had to go digging for it for an age.
So we got out the back there. Oh, well met by 13 there, Isaac.
Introducing himself to Nathan McPherson's ribcage.
Yes, a.k.a. we've known him as Manchild. He came on the scene when he was a 17-year-old, and he was a beast. But decided to swap to that vegan diet, lost a bit of weight, but still get the long hair and the vicious tackling.
Yes. So quick ball out to the right-hand side.
Numbers here.
Brown to Brown. Satala outside. And set.
Oh, that's come off of a Burnside hand, I believe.
That was knocked into touch.
Getting a bit of chirp there from the Burnside crowd. Probably a bit of poor form with his eye there, but you know, gotta love the banter between these two clubs.
You do, don't you? Especially with Nathan. He is one of the characters who's always first to give it out, and if he can't cope with a little chirp here and there back from anybody, he's thick-skinned.
He takes it pretty well, doesn't he, old Sass?
He's so quick on a retort.
He's very quick. He's very good. Might not always be good, but he'll have something.
Yeah, there will be something.
Let's see what Brighton do here. They're in their own half, probably about 5 metres inside their 10-metre line there.
No blind side to speak of, so it's definitely coming open.
You got Max stood right behind Plummer again. They like in this option. That is a big scrum by Burnside, and ball's come out. Oh, and that's well cleaned up by Ned, the 9 from Burnside. Ball's come out. Max has got the ball. There's a bit of afterplay there between 10 and, Zach Ellis and Joel Plummer sort of always seem to have a bit of a hug in their games. So just keep an eye on that one. Zach Ellis with the ball now, taking it up.
Nice low tackle by Jacob Front.
And a penalty to Burnside. And we've gone quick with Nigel there, and Nigel's still going. He's taking a step. He's still making yards. Looked a bit high, but I think he actually got him around the waist.
Oh, no.
Another advantage right here. So Ed taking it up, bounced off Plummer, still stepping, making yards. Ed still going. Taken down by Andrew Brown eventually.
Ali Wood down.
Ali Wood does not look good. Hit hard there, Sol hitting the ball up, and penalty there by Burnside. So there we are, Burnside fight back.
So we've got Ali Wood down.
Ali Wood down, we got Sol doing up a shoelace, and we got Chris Walton for Burnside looking a bit slow, but I think that's just old age, laziness, unfit, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, no, he's not. So he's just resting, counting grass blades by the look of that. He's probably having a chirp at Logie Brown saying, hey.
Come on, I'm nearly as old as you. I need a break as well. Chris Walton is one of those, he's a coach player for the last couple of seasons, our hooker, and he will tell you exactly what to do in training, but will not do it himself.
Do as I say, not as I do.
100%. And I suppose at his age and that gut now, it's probably a bit hard for him to sort of be running around. But he's doing a good job. Look, he stepped up. He played a really cracker of a game against Lizzie last week. He just does that nitty-gritty for us. Always has, always will.
Yep. Battler.
100% a battler. Aussie battler. He's got that Southern Cross tattoo on his calf. So, you know, he's a true blue.
Got to wear it well.
100%.
So we've had a signal to the posts. And,
No, I think we're taking...
Post. It was a yellow card for Reece Fisher.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's early on. There was no prior warning. So that must be for the pretty decent foul play there, I think, to get a yellow that quickly. He looks a bit tired, old Cheese.
Poor old Cheese.
He's definitely the front end of most Brighton jokes, isn't he?
Well, yeah. You've known him for a fair few years. You can see why.
Yeah. Burnside there, gone to the middle of the line out with Zach Lillis, setting them all up now. Manu at the back with the ball. Sort of going sideways a little bit there.
Sideways, yeah.
Now we're sort of...
and Manu off the back.
Manu's come off the back there, made a little bit of a break.
Held up.
Tell you, Clarkey for you came through that maul pretty well there and disrupted it a bit. Still held up there. Ali Wood's fighting for it.
Yeah, it looks like a maul.
I think that's a maul. Logan's got his mitts on it.
Not let go of that.
He has got one hell of a grip on a ball, man.
But we're back for a penalty.
And I'll tell you what, I think that's from Clarkey swimming around the side of the maul because he got round there pretty quick.
I think the signal there was for detaching, yep.
Looks like we got a bit of a slow process of getting up there, Logan and Ali.
Still gripping on the ball and the referee's calling for it. Come on, boys. Penalty's already been called.
It's going for the corner again by Harrison. If Burnside can set that maul up, it's lethal, you know? Over the years...
well renowned for the driving maul.
I've seen
them do it from 45 out.
Yeah, I generally was in the middle of it myself, and, you know, once we got going, there wasn't much stopping us, but let's see what happens now. Does Brighton compete? Yeah. Taken down by Lockie English and tried to be sacked well by Ali Wood there.
Great sack.
That's very important, that sack. Out to Harrison. Harrison out to Ed Wilkes. What's he going to do? He's gone back out the back to Cam Green. Cam Green stepped Nathan there. Hit hard by Max Priestley.
Just stopped in his tracks, didn't he?
We've lost
Fell short of the tackle.
Lost about 10 metres there, I reckon. And now it's slowed right down.
Calling for the boys to come around.
So with the step. Looking the same way. Harrison there with the ball. To Manu. Manu met by Suss. That's a good battle there because Suss is very good at stripping that ball, so Manu needs to hold on tight.
Yeah, Manu's not one for letting that ball go easily, though, is
No, hit Louis Hart.
Andrew Brown taking a leg.
Out wide to Ed. Ed straightening up. Bounced off Alex Clark there. He looks a bit slow, Alex, getting up there.
Yeah, he just had his head on the wrong side for that. Got to be careful doing that. He'll end up wearing a knee in the ear hole.
Problem is Burnside are just slowing that next phase down a bit too much. People are sort of slow to get into position, which is...
Giving a chance to reload for Brighton.
100%. Offloaded to Zach Ellis there.
Logie Brown holding him up. Finally taking the ground. Slow ball again for Burnside.
Ned controlling his forwards there, telling him to get a pod sorted. Again, it's just too slow. It's just a bit too lethargic. You want to keep Brighton on their toes. Hit up again by Zach. I think Zach's had about 20 hit-ups already this half.
For a net gain of 3 metres.
And Logan's come in over the top there, but that's a ruck. So, he's got away with that. No, advantage, there you go, yeah. I thought that was a bit cheeky by Logan there.
Bit optimistic, I would have thought, yeah.
Just watch that back on the replay if it comes up.
So we're looking for another kick into the corner by Harrison.
The 8-3 down. 29 minutes.
Calling a scrum. Brighton being a player short.
That's a good option there, I think, personally. Burnside had the upper hand on the last scrum. Do you have who's your substitute props coming on?
Substitute prop, we've got Kai Wilson and Big Mike.
Big Mike looks like he's coming on. He just come off from the seconds.
Second grade, yeah.
He had a bit of a 10-minute break at the end there, so he might be...
A bit fresh.
Yeah.
Well, it was more like a 2-minute break. Yeah. It was after the fact pretty much, wasn't it?
So Big Mike coming on.
Are we bringing a player on?
Big Mike coming on, and now who's going to go off?
And who's being...
And...
So many referees on the sideline as per usual.
Clark.
So Alex Clark's coming off for...
I don't think he'll mind that.
No.
Bit of a head knock, I reckon.
Yep.
A bit dozed. Give him a bit of a break. Big scrum. Let's see if Big Mike can come on and solid that scrum up. I really think that Burnside just need to up that tempo of the rucks.
Yep, quicker phases, keep Brighton on the back foot, and we'll probably see them go under the posts for that. But we'll over the line anyway.
Strong scrum by Burnside again, and Jacob seems to sort of come down there a bit. Advantage for Burnside.
For the scrum going down.
Let's see what... Manu stood at 12 for that scrum. Now that's very interesting to see.
Who was in for him?
I feel like they've put Ed at flanker there, and then they chucked someone in the row.
Solid whack there by Ali Wood.
Burnside's still not really going anywhere.
Quicker, as we said, and then out.
Lockie English with the ball there, tipped off to Zach Ellis. He's on his own, he's isolated. What are they going to do? Yeah, turnover.
Over the top of that.
Penalty advantage. I think that's from the scrum. Jacob France collapsing.
Yeah.
Saw a bit of niggle after the ball there again with Zach Ellis and Jacob France. Zach just loves getting under the skin of the opposition. And
that's the thing, though. If you can put somebody off their game by a simple niggle, it's quite effective.
Oh, he's very effective. He used to get under my skin, and I was on his own bloody team. So scrum here. They've gone for a scrum again.
Call.
Now, to me, finals footy,
and they haven't.
They haven't looked like scoring yet.
No, they're asking plenty of questions of Brighton, though.
Big scrum from Brighton. Out the back.
Ball out.
Oh, and that was just too easily read. Way too easily read.
Cleaning that one up. Big hand into the face.
You got a player in the back, slow to get up. You're 12 there, Piers.
Piers, yeah.
Holding his hand.
He's a doctor, he can fix it.
And Cam Green covering.
Exit.
That's a great kick.
Right up to halfway.
That is just very frustrating for Burnside. That was very, very easy to read from our 10 there. He needs to be making those decisions and taking that ball to the gain line a bit quicker. Yep. If you're running with the ball two hands like that, you got to up that tempo. If we're going like that, Brighton have their defence spread.
They're watching it.
They're watching.
In front of you. Yep.
Just run at me. I'm going to hit you because you're getting it or you're getting it. The tempo's got to be up, and that's a great ball off the top there. Out to Manu at 12.
Off.
And he's taken well there by Max.
Max
and over the top by Reece.
Well
Nathan
done.
Satala.
Well, and he's having a chat.
And he's giving the chirp. Old man Sus giving that chirp. And Manu's a bit slow to get up there.
I think he's just
bit embarrassed, I reckon, there, getting turned over.
Yeah. Oh, they were on there quickly, though.
And this is another kicked out by Connor there. He's probably made about 10 metres there. Let's see what Brighton can do with the line out.
So Brighton what are they setting up for here? Full line?
Looks like we got Nines dropped out, and so is Jacob France, and so is Big Mike. So we got a
three-man line out.
Lewis at 8.
Three-man line out with Lewis Boyle at 9.
So Burnside need to drop one there.
They need to drop.
Oh no, we got one more coming in, so we got 4 men. Another thing Burnside just there need to watch out is we're relying a bit too much on our big 5 Manu hitting that ball up.
Yeah, but Manu will do it all day though.
Yeah, he will. But Brighton are going to read it. Oh, he's taken out by his own player, unfortunately.
He wasn't brought down safely. Surprised he wasn't actually penalised for it because it's been a big thing. Nice wide ball.
Burnside
out to the
quick
15.
in defence.
Channel. Recycling again. Ali Wood hands up waiting for it.
Ali Wood tipped off to Andrew.
Andrew Brown, who's lowered in a 2-man tackle. Ball out to...
Numbers out wide here. Now let's see what they can do.
Oh, nice.
That's okay. Ooh. Has he called that a knock on? Oh, accidental offside. See, that's a charge down, isn't it?
No, he played at it with his foot. So it's a kick and block.
So he's lucky he got away with not a penalty.
Yeah, I would have gone penalty. Yeah, calling it, I would have been screaming out there, it's offside!
And that's a big thing as a player, and it happens a lot, I think, in SA Rugby, is understanding those laws of being in front of the ball there.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
Yeah, but how many times?
Oh, you can't help yourselves. Especially as a piggy, you see that ball.
You see it comes your way, oh, look, I'm going to get to touch the ball and no one's in front of me. I'm going to make 3 metres before there's 8 blokes swamping me.
And then you drop it yourself and it's all game over.
No, I don't drop the ball. Come on.
Solid scrum from Burnside again. Pressure on. Oh, Joel's now dropped that.
Plummer knocking on.
Knocked on by Joel.
Unlucky there.
Now, I've played I've played against Joel and over the years played with Joel, and you can start getting in his head a little bit, old Joely. You know, you put a bit of pressure on him. It's good that he's got Nathan Macker at the back.
Yep. But he's the worst advocate on himself, though. He's so hard on himself. Any little error.
He's a perfectionist.
And he starts eating himself up. But he'll take a deep breath. Sus will say something to him, say, it's all right, mate. We both got headgear on. You can blame me.
The only thing is, Plummer's a little bit skinnier than Sus, so we might be able to spot the obvious.
Yes. And one's got tape on their head, and that's Joel today.
Big scrum here. Let's see what Burnside can do with it. Middle of the park, just inside their own 10 metre.
Nice jostling around there, but yeah.
Solid scrum from Burnside again.
On there, Nick Simpson.
That, again, is from that flank. You want to be putting your weight into that. Hit up there by Ed. Ran over the top of Joel Plummer. Now Burnside. We're slow to get from that scrum. We've got to up that tempo.
Yeah, the whole forward pack's just walking back
very slow. Lockie with a good run there. Waltz with the ball, shipped out to Zach Ellis, out to Nigel dummied inside, and he's made the break. Fraser's on his own side. Oh, and he should have given that. Still going. Oh, and he's offloaded that. It's gone back off of Brighton, so Burnside's still got the ball. And we got hands in there from Logan Brown. Oh, no, he's pulled his arm back in. Spread it wide now. Good step by Edge, straightens up the attack. Gets through 3 tackles. Logan Brown brings him down. Inside the 22 of Brighton, Burnside. Go forward ball is what they need. Taken by Lockie. Good little dummy there. And we've now got penalty, so we were under advantage. I think Logan just sort of came in from the side there.
I think he might have as well. What are we going to call it? Time off.
Matt,
Body's slow getting up, I think.
just trying to slow that ball down a bit around the ruck, aren't they? Which, you know, we all want to do.
Of course you do. You want to give yourself the most amount of time to set yourselves. The ref just having a word to Ali Wood saying boys need to be a bit careful around the breakdown. Is my take on that. So going for 3 here.
2 minutes down. It's half time, and they've gone for the corner. Is that the right option?
I think it is.
Yep. As me, as a forward, I back my line out, but I would also like to see some points on the board. We've gone twice now to the corner. Yep. We haven't scored.
Yep.
Getting that extra 3 points on, going to half time, making it 8-6. 2 points in it.
Brighton's just had a warning though.
And Reece Fishwick has come back on, so Big Mike's gone off.
Is going out via the dead ball line.
And yeah. Clarkey back on as well.
Clarkey back on as well? Yeah, oh yes, back to a full complement. So Brighton would have to be a little bit careful here.
Yeah.
Just been given a warning for repeating infringements around the breakdown. Or unlucky there, Andrew Brown. So Brighton need to get behind this to stop the forward momentum from Burnside. And
that's a good counter-attack by Brighton there, driving them towards the touchline. Let's see if Burnside can sort of reset themselves, go again. It looks like they're sort of moving infield a bit, going sideways. Now we've got a bit of forward momentum. Now we're going forward a bit. You got Zach Ellis at the back there. Comes down a bit early. Ball's still playable.
Digging for it. Sitting there for Nigel Lamsham. He's
looking for a pods to be set up. Louis Fagan on his own.
And
he how far away from that line? He's surely only a couple of metres from that line now.
Looking at the monitor, they're about a metre short. So slow ball again. Looks like we're coming out the backs.
Ed Wilkes will just try and take that up himself. Taken well by Pearce, and Brighton are all over that, and turnover.
All over the top
penalty, Burnside.
I
tell you what, Burnside are very, very lucky there, because Ed Wilkes has taken that up on his own and turned over very quickly. But we have
Pearce has been carded.
So that would be a team yellow. In that environment, they've had the warning. Next penalty.
But he wasn't rolling away either in that last breakdown. It was slow, and it was unnecessary for them there.
Doctor should know better.
Well, he's got to actually get back and sit on the chair before his 10 minutes will start too. So,
and that's just before half time as well.
It is. Like we're into the 40th minute. We do play time off in Premier Grade, so
Hasn't been too much stoppages.
There's been a couple. We had the knee and then
4 or 5 minutes, maybe.
Well, yeah, who knows? So
Big scrum
the
again.
boys will be scrummaging hard here.
Big scrum from Burnside going forward. Nigel controlling it well at the back there. Still going forward. Oh, and it's come out, but we have a penalty. And offside. I think that's your 9 there, or your flanker, because the winger, Max Priestley, ended up with the ball pretty quickly there.
I don't know how he can come in from the wing into a scrum and take a ball, but hey, okay.
So what are we going to do here? Scrum down again,
I'd be calling a scrum again to go.
Get that try before half-time.
Yep, apply the pressure. Well, it'll put Burnside in front with the kick. And from that position, one would hope that
Ed would be able to slot this.
Ed should be able to nut that one over, So another big scrum here for Burnside. Brighton need to set themselves and stay square and solid.
Everyone on the open side, nothing on the blind, so Brighton's
definitely
matched.
going blind then.
Yeah. Although you have got Connor there at 9 covering the blind. It's just getting pulled up again, a bit unstable there, a bit of to and fro.
Yeah, I just think the surface underneath in there maybe giving a little bit. So both sides sort of trying to keep their feet steady, but we'll reset it and we'll go again. So
we got Max has switched to the flank and Nigel 8, and I just believe Nigel's got that bit more experience at the back of the scrum to keep that ball in when we've got that momentum going forward.
And he's aggressive with ball in hand from a set phase, isn't he? You watch him, he picks and goes and he runs hard at the line.
And Jacob just looks like he's struggling a little bit there. He's sort of dropping that
slip. Like I watched that one go in and just the feet gave way straight away.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll reset it. I don't know whether it probably needs to move over a metre or so just to get a bit of fresh turf under the boys' feet.
Well, the referee's moved over to this side of the scrum, so I think this is obviously our 2 stronger props out of both squads.
Yeah, we are moving over now.
And he's moved it over a little bit. Probably, maybe the players have asked just to sort of get off that patch.
Which opens up another few metres for Burnside on the blind
And
side.
I've just seen Fraser Green at 14 switch back over.
Just popping over there to saying, hey boys, you better
Max has gone.
Check me out.
Max is standing behind the scrum, and I'll tell you what, with Max's pace, he'll probably get to Fraser anyway.
Well, long legs, mate. He's only got 3 steps in his head. So solid scrum, and ball.
It's gone down, so he's saying play it.
Use.
Let's see what Burnside can do with this. And that's
Just sort of laboured in the passing there, wasn't it?
And Suss is over that ball, and I think he's got that turned over. He has. Suss is just so strong over the ball.
Isn't he?
Just so
good
strong.
Turnover there by Brighton.
Again,
another
Burnside.
wasted opportunity for Burnside.
Take the points, I think. There we need to now.
And we'll exit here. Nathan McPherson
And that's
not
out. Now let's see.
Taking it in field.
And ship it wide. If he gives that quick ball. Fraser Green steps inside. Oh,
no one.
And that is just not looking. Heads up rugby, and that would be half, I believe, maybe.
Nope,
And we're still going.
Yeah, we've still got time on.
And that's just frustration there.
It is. I think just a lack of communication there. Just sent that ball wide. It was called for and he's cut in and
eyes up rugby a little bit there as well. You got to look before you pass. And again, it's just small things like that which will probably be just getting Thomas Hankey a little bit.
Oh, he's a very cool-headed man. But yes, there might be a few chats had at half-time. He'd be a bit frustrated. But clean ball off the top there.
And I think Burnside's turned that over. Penalty advantage or scrum down advantage, yeah. Collapse maul. And
looking at the clock.
I think we're still going to play.
So, scrum here.
He's called half-time.
He's called half-time here. So that was a massive first half.
Half-time. 8-3.
8-3, yeah. Welcome to finals footy, eh? It is the boys from both sides defended hard. It was just, I think, a couple of passages of slow pace.
Yeah, it's frustrating for Burnside. They've been in that 22 probably 4 or 5 times with penalties, gone for the corner, gone for the scrums, and come away with nothing. That can sort of be a bit mine.
It can play tricks on you, on you as the attacking side.
Brighton would be happy.
They would be happy with that. They've defended. Yeah, they lost 2 blokes to cards for too many penalties, for too many infringements. But I think Burnside just need to, if they up their pace,
it's very lethargic.
It'll put Brighton on the back foot and they'll probably slip off a few tackles, and the try line will open up for them.
100%. I think, yeah, like you said, just up that tempo off the 9 with the ball, which is Ned's normally pretty quick at getting that ball. Our forwards just need to work to get into those spots a bit quicker, and just our backs maybe just need to just change those lines a little bit. We're sort of now just focused on that 12 going straight bit in. If we can just sort of speed that up a little bit, we might be all right this second half.
I think so. We'll have a short break here for half time, and we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the second half of the Premier Grade Grand Final between Brighton and Burnside here at Bailey Reserve. Scores 8-3, Brighton over Burnside. Whilst it was a massive first half, really, of defence and just pace off the ball, which probably needed to increase for both sides as we spoke in the half-time.
Yeah, as we said, Steph, I think both teams sort of would be happy with majority of that half. Brighton held out Burnside there with 4 occasions in their own 22.
Yep.
Burnside held ball for a number of periods there.
Yep.
But as we said, from Burnside's point, it's just got to up that tempo a little bit in the second half. Brighton, I think, just need to sort of just keep doing what they're doing, ticking away.
Yep.
Find those cracks. And that does not help
Connor
from
McCarthy
the kickoff.
Gets us back underway in an ugly bounce, cleaned up by Logie Brown. Ball available. Out for Nick Simpson, quick hands up to Lewis Boyle, met solidly in a tackle. Chris Walton slowly over the ball. Ali Wood out to Nick Simpson.
Numbers
Nathan
here.
McPherson cuts in.
Taken down by Max and Fraser. Fraser with the counter attack there.
So
messy at the back there, but Brighton get it out. Andrew Brown with the hit up. Hit by Ed Wilkes again.
it's been a good matchup, those two running into each other, hasn't it?
Ed won't shy away from a bit of contact, that's for sure. Oh, he held that very well.
Put that in your back pocket.
Lewis Boyle with the hit up there, taken down by Max.
Quick recycle, Logie Brown.
Dummies.
Shows and goes.
Gets one,
hole.
dragged down by Louis Fagan. Louis Fagan needs to roll away, get up. Nathan McPherson, hands off.
Up to Lewis Ball from Andrew Brown. Nathan Tyler picking it up off his toes. And
just out, 5 metres out. That's good passage of play there by Brighton.
Just run themselves out of space.
If you were Richard Wasley, what were you saying at half time?
More accuracy. I think Tom Hankey would be saying the same thing.
Yeah,
Let's play percentage plays and get it there. So ball in.
Taken out by Max Hodell. Set up the maul quite nicely. Looks like a little bit of a Brighton player at the bottom of that, but obviously getting taken down cleanly and effectively. Maul down.
Maul down.
Brighton ball.
Who's on top of that? Oh, Alex Clark comes up with
well, Nick Simpson was at the bottom of it. I could tell by the boots. That's the only way.
Yeah. He's a grub. He'd be loving it too.
He got away with that, I think, personally, but hey, what do I know? That's why I'm here and not out there.
Up here, aren't we? So big scrum here for Brighton. Great attacking opportunity. Limited blind side, but let's see what Louis Boyle does off the back. You
got Suss at 10, Plummer inside him, Max Priestley out just outside, and Nathan stood out just behind them. That is pretty lethal combinations there, I believe.
Oh, we've still got Piers sitting in the naughty boy chair too,
yes.
haven't we?
So Suss will go straight hit up, straight over the 10, Harrison Rahele. Still making yards, brought down
nicely.
Brought down by
Ball
Nigel.
Available. Quick ball. Boyle attacking the line.
Hit hard by Edward Wilkes.
Players being screamed out to the blind side, out to the open side there.
Logan taken out by Max Hodell. They're pretty close now. Connor's gone by himself and
tried. And dots it down over the line, right next to the post. So Brighton open up their scorecard for the second half with an early try in the 3rd minute. As I said, as we were saying when we first came back, speed of the game had to increase, and whoever did it first was going to reap the rewards. And Brighton just quick play, and then Connor McCarthy, little dart around the side of their breakdown and dots it down.
Yeah, clever play there by Connor, really. Like you said, brighten up that speed. Burnside were a little bit slow to set their, as we call, pillars, around the ruck there. Yep. Just with that speed up, probably weren't expecting it, and Connor's taken that opportunity, gone under.
Well, they were being dragged across by the Brighton backline. Were all screaming out to the left-hand side of the field. And it worked. It dragged Burnside across and left that half a hole for McCarthy to heads up and stick his head through. So
and converted by Nathan there, 15-3.
Yep, nice, 15-3 to Brighton.
Let's see what Burnside can do from this restart. Harrison's been really good all day at hanging these up, and it just, you need that player to get under it.
Quality contestable kickoffs, haven't there?
Let's see if Brighton can secure this a bit cleaner than Burnside did after the half-time kickoff there.
So ready to go again.
It's a little bit deeper. That's probably not a bad option. Hit hard by Max
Andrew
Hodel.
Brown, absolutely monster.
Ball's out.
by
So
Hodel.
Nigel's on top of Clarkey there. Counter-attacked by Burnside. Gone back.
Nigel
Lamsam's come over and taken that ball, and we got turnover, Burnside ball. That was very messy by Brighton.
Thank you, Logie Brown. I'll have that.
So out to Manu. Manu with the hit up, ran straight over. We need a quick ball now. Quick ball. You got numbers out wide. Good line. Good line by Isaac. No one's there cleaning him out. Nick Simpson over the ball.
But well croc roll.
Slowed right down again. I've got to see Manu in the background just holding his shoulder there. I think he came to this game with a little bit of a niggle.
So pretty intimidating when you got Nigel and Manu both standing out there. Right?
Yeah,
it's like
Nigel's got that footwork as well. So we just lost the ball there, but I think it was knock on. So we got scrum down, Burnside ball. Let's see what we can do and how they can come back from that early try from Brighton in the start of the second half.
So Brighton back up to the full complement of 15 players.
Pierce coming back on, is he?
He is. He's just been given the thumbs up by the AR.
So 10 minutes down twice. Burnside no points.
No points.
Brighton 7 points.
Yep. Brighton would have to be happy with that.
I'd be bloody happy with that.
So we've got a split lineup here. We've got both wingers on the left-hand side of the field. And
if I was guessing, I would think we'd go 8 from Nigel going open.
I'm going Nigel going whichever way he feels like.
And he's looking
Big
like
scrum
he's
by
getting that.
Brighton.
Ball's come out. It's cleaned up by the 9. Hit back by Macca. Out by Nigel to Manu. Manu's broken the first tackle. Still going. Hit hard by Ali Wood there. Oh, he stripped that, but he was already tackled. So that's a penalty.
Yeah, not
Burnside ball.
releasing by Jacob France.
I think if Jacob had let him go, Ali would have been pretty good there.
He was all over that, wasn't he?
So, options. Corner.
Corner or scrum? Or
Corner.
points. So 5-metre line out. What did Burnside do here? Go to their staple of a drive?
You would think so, wouldn't you? It's not worked today, but I think if they can get onto it, and that's it. Now it's set. Nigel's got it at the back.
Brighton needs to...
Clarkey's swimming through.
Yeah, nobody's underneath it though, so this should
Penalty advantage. The referee's got his hand out. Looks like that ball's coming out slowly. Playing the 9 there. Penalty try. 7 points, Burnside. And I tell you what, that's probably deserved on that one.
Yep. If you're gonna, yeah.
You want to play danger there. I saw Clarkey and Nick Simpson both sort of just spotting a little bit more than they should there.
Are we going to have another card here?
And I think, yeah, potentially another card.
Cynical.
So referee's going in his pocket. Clarkey. Yep. You could see he just tried swimming around that mole, and when he did, he decided he wanted to pull it down. And
Pitter's
interesting, Pitter is on.
Ooh.
But he needs to now come off. So they are recalling that substitution. Doesn't look happy, old Clarkey, does he?
No, he doesn't. And I think it was Nick Simpson playing the 9 there, though.
Let's see what Connor can do from this kickoff again. He's gone a bit deeper. We need a name on this from Burnside. Lockie English under it. Takes a hit up.
Lowered by Lewis Boyle.
Out to Zach Ellis, out to Manu. Manu met by Joel Plummer. Goes through the first tackle, makes another 3 metres. Ned Ruddy out to Harrison. Out wide to Ed. Shipped on to Isaac. Oh, and he's been pinged forward.
Burnside girls starting to play games already.
Unfortunately, they went down to South today in the grand final. But
Another good game of footy.
a very
today.
close game again.
It was a good game.
They've sort of both been the top 2 teams
Yeah,
as here by sort of a little bit of a stretch.
Yep. It was a hard-fought game and it could have gone either way for the girls. But yeah, South's come out on top.
And now Burnside drinking.
Yeah. It's win or lose in rugby, isn't it?
Oh, I think everyone's sort of, gets the hype for the grand finals, but also the aftermath the day after and into the evening.
Yeah, it is. It's a celebration of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a long season. It's good to see both clubs sort of, coming together at the end of it, really.
Yep. So 7 on 8 for the scrum. Brighton ball.
Good shunt there by Brighton.
So Brighton,
solid scrum.
Solid scrum. Max Priestley off a ball round the outside, still going.
Taken down by Fraser eventually.
Ali Wood playing halfback up to Simpson.
Strong double hit by Zach Ellis and Louis.
Brown. Quick ball out the back, Plummer up to Piers, straight into Chris Walton. Introduces himself nicely. Quick ball back to the right hand side. Nathan McPherson
hit hard by Zach Ellis and Max O'Dell.
Zach Ellis, yeah, whacked him perfectly, took him down nicely. Lewis Boyle running hard at the line, breaks through 2 players, finally taking the ground 5 metres in. Slow ball.
Ned's done pretty well there, the Burnside 9, just to slow that down. Hit hard by Louis Fagan.
Yeah, they both bounced pretty hard into that one, didn't they?
Brighton keeping the ball retention pretty well now, just going through their piggies a little bit. Met by Chris Walton and Manu.
So quick recycle out to Plummer.
That's lovely lines.
To Piers,
Try
who
time.
bounces over 5 metres to the left of the uprights. The Brighton 14 players convert again, don't they?
It's just when Brighton had that pace to it, Burnside are just holding off a little bit with that pace, which is frustrating because they're doing well in defence, and then Brighton sort of seem to suck them in. Burnside are falling for it, and then just getting caught out wide. And that's just that inside man needs to be pushing, get there a little bit quicker, and get that first shot on with the shoulder.
Yeah, the recycle for Brighton has been the telling tale for the tries that they've scored, isn't it?
Yep.
So we've seen Pitter come on for Robbie Ferguson.
Yep, and
so he was looking to go on to the flank, but now he's on the wing. So that's how versatile the bloke is.
And now we have Will Cardosa, number 16 for Burnside, going to be coming on for Chris Walton. So Chris put another big shift in, and the old man, I think he's struggling a little bit. So
he's made some fantastic tackles.
He has.
He's been a pest around the entire field and scrummaged exceptionally well. So he looks like a broken man walking off along the trial line there, though.
From a guy that said he wasn't playing about 4 years ago, he's doing pretty well. And Mac
he's
has
still out here.
Slotted that one, brings it 22-10.
22-10, what are we, 12 minutes in? There's still plenty of rugby to be played here.
Plenty of time. Burnside just need to up that tempo, I think, a little bit.
I think they do. They just got to make the plays a fraction crisper, not rush it, but just recycle quicker.
You catch Brighton on the back foot, and that's when Brighton open up.
They do.
Taken well by Lewis Boyle.
Good meters made. Taking it over the 22.
Out to Plummer, back to Nathan. Kick deep, straight down the middle of the park. Now let's see what Cam Green can do with it. He's got a very good step. Pitter's come up quick, and he comes up quick. Hit hard by Nathan. Now this is where you need to go quick.
Yeah, should have gone already, shouldn't it?
Spread it now, quick, out wide. Ed to the ball, given to Isaac. No one with him. Piers straight over the ball.
Cleaned out though. Slow ball again for Burnside.
Out to Manu. Still making meters. Made about 8 meters
drive.
there. He's always going to make you those
tackle,
meters. And slow again. On his own. And Logan Brown straight there.
So Nigel over the ball protected it. And then slow recycle
ball
again.
And turnover.
Is there a turnover on this one? Yeah, Logie Brown on that ball.
And this is Burnside's problem. They're running one-out runners. It's slow. And Brighton are just having fun.
They are. They're playing their game. They're playing their game. They're playing their breakdown phases. And they're making Burnside work for every second that they have with the ball. So Connor McCarthy launches one down to the Brighton spectators on the far side. Takes play 7 metres into Burnside territory for a Brighton line-out.
And we look like we've got 2 Burnside players going on. We've got Tough And Cameron Young. So Cameron's a 9 and tough will probably be coming on for lock, which I would be Lockie English. I believe we're confirmed probably next play.
That's your call on it, mate?
That's what I would do.
So Nick Simpson taking a clean ball off the top, straight down.
Straight into
Pitter on the unders line. Makes a couple of metres over the gain line.
Let's see how that knee holds up for Pitter.
So Lewis Boyle held in the tackle there. Quick recycle. Ellie Wood.
Making metres.
Good support from Andrew Brown.
And we got advantage there, and I think that's going to be a penalty offside.
Yeah.
Hit hard there by Louis Fagan.
It was a great tackle there by Lewis.
And I tell you what, he's just giving him a knock on. He's lucky there.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
Oh, he signalled. It was a penalty signal to start with, but okay. So subs coming on.
9 and Lockie English looks like he's coming off. Yep.
Yeah, you called it.
Only because Lockie used to be my replacement, so
sort of know how that one's going to roll then, don't you?
when these lungs were puffing, the young one would come on.
Yeah.
And I just seen out of the corner of my eye, we got the veteran Fred Samuel warming up as well.
Oh, Freddie Samuel coming on.
He will come on and sort of just add a different dynamic to that forward pack. Sort of a bit more hands, might just quicken it up a little bit. But we got Brighton scrum attacking inside Burnside half.
So still it with 14 players. Nicely off the back. Oh, ugly ball. Oh, great slips catch there by Nathan McPherson. Logie Brown. Oh,
hard by
Manu. Up to Boyle. Quick ball out to Simpson. Oh, slight. Oh. Yeah, just a penalty there.
Just a penalty.
Slid into a slap in the ear. Apologies all round. Nothing in it.
Yeah, and that's good sportsmanship.
It is.
You could tell it was just a slip. It was nothing intent.
He
stepped back inside.
Slid into it 100%.
Clearly the bright boots need some longer sprigs on him.
Yeah, that's so Freddie Samuel taking a number to come on, and hang on, we've got
Touchy's got his
AR
arm in.
on for what?
You know, if he calls that any different, it's silly because, you know, they both apologised. It was clearly a slip. Yes, it made contact, but it was not intentional, not dangerous.
It wasn't a hard contact to the head. It was one was sliding in and the other was reaching, and it was a slap in the ear. But unless it's something else, and he's calling out
just a bit of niggle maybe off the ball. I don't know. I haven't
seen any niggle either.
Or is it just penalty counts quite high from both teams possibly? I don't know. I haven't really noticed too much either.
But they haven't been like repeat infringements for so many different things. So that's a nice kick.
He's kicked that, and it's not gone out, and it's gone dead. Nah,
it will come back for a scrum.
And Nathan McPherson there. Just getting his head a little bit there, I think.
And he tried a bit hard on it. So
and as we said in the first half when I was complaining about not much metres, so long as the ball goes out.
Correct. And I think the wind might have had a little factor on that one. And we saw one earlier where the ball's been dragged back infield when it's been kicked across the face of the grandstand. So there might be a bit of a vortex in there that it sucks it in. Young Aidan Flynn on in number 20 for.
So I think they've kept Alex Clark off. Clarkie's off.
Clarkie is off, and Aidan Flynn is on.
So he looks like he's gone in the row, and they put Andrew Brown on the flank.
Oof. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. Adds another bit of pace, and or to just give Andrew Brown a bit of freedom.
And Fred Samuel's on for Sol.
So solidify the front row. Oh,
and that was a big scrum from. That's a big run by Max. Big run by Max as he got the support. Now we need quick ball. Pass out to Harrison. Out wide to Cam Green. Steps inside. Makes a run. Hit hard by Macca.
Great tackle by Macca. Stopped him in his tracks. Quick recycle that Burnside needed to do.
Quick ball again. Now Nine needs to keep going. Out to Will Cardoza. Hit up with Cardoza. Cleaned out and lost forward in the tackle. And that is not what we need.
Andrew Brown on that coming through, dislodged that one. So ball going back to Macca, and he's
kicked it straight to Fraser Green. Now what can Fraser do? Hit it straight. Max bounces off Cheese Fishwick.
Cheese will not be happy with that.
Tipped on to Will Cardosa by Zach Ellis. This is a little bit better by Burnside, just up in that tempo. Crowd's getting behind them. Out to Tough. Tough out the back to Harrison. Harrison ships it on to Isaac. Great unders line. He's on his own. We need a bit of support.
Quick ball available again.
Nigel at the back there. Gives it out to Zach Ellis with another hit up. Someone needs to get over him.
Logan Brown straight in on that
ball again. The
guy's
not rolled away. Penalty advantage to Burnside.
Not releasing.
You've got to roll away to give Logan the opportunity there. Fred Samuel takes the ball down.
So
slowed
right on
down.
the 22.
Ed Wilkes takes a strong carry. Macca with a good solid D. Manu with the hit up. Bounces Logan. You don't see that very often.
Not very often at all. But Logie just set himself a fraction high there, and Manu took the opportunity to introduce.
Rocked himself on
the
his
big
back
shoulder,
feet
yeah.
Well,
so got a long over the top.
Great cover tackle there.
Great defense.
Great cover tackle by Nathan Satala.
And we're coming all the way back for the penalty.
I tell you what, the old man can move.
He reads the game.
And we've gone with the quick tap. Ed Wilkes over Ali Wood. Nigel Lansdowne with the quick pick. Tips off to Max O'Dowd. Try for Burnside.
Great bit of play there by Burnside. It was just, as we said, increasing the tempo, putting Brighton on the back foot, and over they go for a 5-pointer.
And now we see Burnside with their hands on head. Sorry, Brighton with their hands on head, like Burnside were. Just as we said earlier in the game, Steph, Burnside up the tempo, put Brighton on the back foot. That is go forward.
You do, when you're having go forward ball and as a defender you're constantly backpedaling, it makes it difficult to actually defend successfully. And it just showed there. That was just 3 phases of quick ball and Boomfar Hodel over the try.
100%. So 22-15, kick to come. Hopefully gets it. 22-17. We've had, I don't know how long, because the clock isn't on, so 61 minutes. So we've got 19 minutes, 20 minutes.
20 minutes in, we've had a couple of stoppages. Game on.
Yeah, if Burnside keep this sort of urgency, and sort of up that tempo and keep it going, I think Brighton might just struggle with it. Brighton sort of like it when Burnside slow it down, can get their defence set.
Reset.
Like any team, really.
Of course, give yourself time, don't you?
Yeah, and it's great to have the Barossa fans still here cheering. And he's just pushed that to the right.
But the replacement that Tom Hankey's made in the second half,
they're working.
They've sparked. The boys that have come on have done themselves a huge service just up that tempo. Go forward that they've provided. I think it's fresh legs, and they're all looking forward and looking up, and they're making some cracking tackles as well. So
Connor with the restart again. Can Burnside clean this up, or is Brighton going to get under it?
So
long gone deep.
So that'll go straight.
Sam Neary with the clean up. Passes out to Manu. Manu's running straight. Ali Wood just goes low straight away. He has not.
Ali Wood with the collapsing tackle. That was a good tackle there.
That was a very good tackle. Bit slow to roll away.
Ball's still there though.
Nine's digging deep. Gone it out to Nigel. Nigel with the run.
Straight in Andrew Brown. He slips off. Makes an extra couple of metres.
Straight out. Now out to Will Cardosa. Hitting up. No one with him. Needs to go again. Manu with the pick. Max O'Dowd with the clean out. Out to Harrison. Ed Wilkes drifting sideways. He's trying to straighten up. Makes a break. Cam Green with it.
Oh! Turnover ball.
So Nathan stayed down there after a bit of play.
I think he copped one in the cheek.
I think, to be honest, he was going for the charge. He didn't change direction, so we can get away with that one. He's tried the box kick, but it's charged down. So Brighton are looking to counter this.
Pushing over this, but finally collapsed. It should come out for Burnside.
Ed back in the pocket. We need to clear this and make touch because we're very light on numbers. The 12's gone a bit early there. Nigel's made the break.
Nigel to Manu.
Out to Sam Neary. Sam Neary at the step.
And loosens it in the tackle. Nick Simpson cleaning
Tackled
up.
by Zach Ellis. I tell you what, everyone's on their feet. It's getting
So
a
we're
bit
going back
exciting.
for a
Scrum
little knock
down.
on there.
We can sit down and have a break.
Had to stand up to see over the crowd. It erupted, didn't it?
Unfortunately, I think Fraser just overran that. Yeah,
Step though, turn
Sam Neary there.
inside out.
I tell you what, if that ball went to hand from Cam to his brother Fraser, I think Burnside would have sneaked in a little bit earlier there.
Way down there though.
He's pretty quick. Sus just a bit slow to get up, but I think he's just having a breather.
I think he just wanted a pat on the back from
Old
Kev
Kev.
Beckett.
I tell you what, he's top bloke in the old Kev.
Mate. Like
SA community, lucky to have him.
like the service that he does for not only for Brighton Rugby as a trainer, but anybody else. Hey Kev, I need a strap.
Big
And
time.
regardless of where you come from, first bloke, no worries, straight in there.
Yeah, definitely a valuable person for the whole of Saru, I believe.
Isn't he? Looks after all the state sides.
And he does it out of love just for some chubbas.
Doesn't he? He got well looked after by the under-16s this year. They bought him a 20-kilo drum of them.
How long that lasts? A week and a half or something like that?
I think he's just bought himself another one. So big scrum. Brighton ball.
Solid platform from Brighton. Lewis Ball picks at 8.
Oh, ref just about getting in the way.
Inside
Inside
to
the
Pitter. That's great ball. Cover tackle by Sam Neary. That's gone backwards.
Satala with the ball, fending, being held.
He always holds his ground very well.
Great leg
Nigel's
drive.
over that. I think he's just missed it. So still Brighton ball.
Coming back really slowly. McCarthy up to Andrew Brown.
Oh, and we've got Zach Ellis down, I think, with a head knock.
Just slipped off the tackle of Brown and players coming
Penalty.
through. Brighton will take 3 points here, my money is, just to slow the game down.
Nigel just need a... Unfortunately, sometimes that can be just Nigel. Just gets a bit carried away with that. And obviously...
Only eyes for the ball?
Yeah, sort of blocks out the other noise, which is great when it works. And
Not so much when it costs you a penalty. So, as predicted, Nathan McPherson lining up for 3 points. So Brighton will just take this opportunity to gather their thoughts.
he's kicked most of them today, I think.
He has. He's been pretty consistent off the boot. He's pushing in. Well, the breeze has died off a fraction, so 10 minutes ago would have been kicking into quite a stiff breeze, but we'll see how we go for this one. So lines up and sends it. And flags go up.
25-15.
10-point game. Still with 13 plus minutes to go.
Again, it comes down to this kickoff. If we can get a decent hanging kickoff and get someone under it, you're looking at Burnside getting that ball back.
And if they keep their pace up like they have been, yeah.
Oh, he's done a cheeky, and it hasn't
And
gone.
it's not gonna go 10.
Hasn't, and that is not what we need to be doing with 13 minutes left in a grand final.
Well, it's adventurous. Let's go that. But if it had gone the 10 metres, then who knows?
Yeah, but you do that with 2 minutes left, and you're 1 point down. You know, trying to get that ball back.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got time.
But when you're kicking into a cut-up pitch, soft on top.
If that was a nice firm pitch, that would have rolled. And we would have got interested.
Yeah. We could have had a whole different conversation about that one then.
But unfortunately, now we see scrum halfway for Brighton. You've got Pitter on one wing and Max on the other, and Suss and Nathan stood right behind the scrum.
Yep.
It's pretty lethal.
Piers out linking up with Max. And what have we got? Lewis Boyle. We've got Nick Simpson on this side of the scrum and Andrew Brown on the far side.
Need a big scrum from Burnside here.
I reckon we're going to go
Lewis Boyle
left.
pick. We said opposite. Oh, so you changed.
Left. Yeah,
right.
on, mate. Yeah.
Straight to Piers. Piers takes on Isaac. Isaac wraps him up pretty cleanly.
Yeah. That was well telegraphed.
Step by Nick. Andrew Brown with a hit up. Met well by Louis Fagan. Andrews just keeps going, doesn't he?
Doesn't he? He tracks two defenders every time, though. A bit like Logie.
Yeah.
You got one high, one low, just slowing him down.
Always
he still makes an extra metre, just going to ground.
Out to Plummer. Plummer ships it on to Suss. Suss out to Pitter, and he's dropped that knock on. Scrum down Burnside ball. Logan's a little bit slow to get up there. I think just trying to maybe catch his breath. Like we said, we've got 11 minutes left.
And I think we might be just slowing the game down a fraction if you...
it was.
Yep. Be interesting to see if we get a Foley card out of it, eh?
Now that was something special, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
No comment.
Slowing the game down to the new extremes, but hey, it was all about the referee that game.
Oh, no comment. We respect all referees, even with all their decisions.
Yeah. But hey.
Big scrum by Burnside needed. At the back, Cam Young out to Harrison. Harrison out to Ed Wilkes. Takes the dummy switch, taken well by Piers. Fraser Green, wrapped up by Max. Oh, that looks around the neck there. Referee hasn't called it. Ed Wilkes there, ships out to Cam Green, takes a couple of steps. He's mainly tracking a bit sideways. He's still going, Cam. He's so nifty and light on his feet.
Isn't he? He's just twinkle toes around about 18 players.
Harris shifts out to Manu. Manu straightens up, takes on Logan Brown, held up by Cheese and Logan. Gone down. That's pretty good by Manu to get down.
Ball's out.
Now we're still going. Put through by and straight down to Pitter, who is not who you want to kick to. Breaks 2 tackles.
Two baseball mitt size hands for Pitter. Just envelops their ball easily. So Piers straightening.
Numbers out for Brighton on both sides. Burnside are just starting to look like they're slowing down, getting a bit tired. Brighton are going to try and slow it down a bit more, I think, now.
If it's slow and controlled and not making errors.
That is
a
not
lovely ball from Plummer to Andrew Brown. Up to the 10. It's got Nigel all over his back. Ball bounces backwards, cleaned up by Nathan McPherson. Burnside's got a release.
You can't shoot out the line like that by our replacement hooker there, Will Cardosa. You're putting pressure on us when we don't need it.
Yeah.
You stick 100%. To the game plan, stick to our strengths, which is a solid D. Chipped in behind. That's a great kick by Connor.
Turn him around.
Cleaned up by Sam Neary. Pitter's chasing.
He's put on the afterburners because he saw Pitter behind him.
I think anyone would. So shipped out again. Shipped out to Isaac. He's got advantage, arm out.
Just signalling this stay on side, I think, there. So centering the
shifted
ball,
out.
Massive cutout pass.
Hit up by Ed Wilkes, who will just keep doing it all day. Taken up by Manu.
Simpson coming in over the ball, leaned out.
Yeah, so it was a penalty. Andrew Brown getting a bit mouthy there with Ed. I don't think he's liked it that Ed's ran at him most of the day, and they sort of had a good contest. Yeah.
It's like, if you're going to play this game, I'm going to run it at you.
Andrew doesn't mind to get in the old chirp. I definitely had a few battles of words with him over the years, and he can give as good as he gets.
He's a very quietly spoken bloke till he crosses that.
Till you wind him up.
And then he gets on the field with a pair of rugby boots strapped on his feet and turns into a different beast. A hell of a nice guy to boot.
So line out Burnside halfway. Let's see what we can do with it. Taken well. Off the top.
Take.
Out at Ed Wilkes. Takes a hit. Runs through one. Gets taken down by Piers.
Quick
Nigel runs.
Quick recycle by Nigel. Still
going. He will always give you those extra meters. Pass on to Cardoso. Hands out. Fred Samuel with the ball. Still running.
Stop for it though.
Good run by Fred.
That appeared to have gone forward.
Penalty Burnside. Now go to the corner. Keep that pressure on.
Well, they need
25-15, 10 points down. You've got
double point,
6.5
score, isn't it?
6.5 a normal time, whatever we've had for stoppage.
Yep, didn't bite too much off. Percentage kick takes it 5 metres into the 22. So Burnside line out. Will they go the drive again here?
So Manu's dropped out into the centres.
You're probably having a rest out there. I think I've got about 13 more hit-ups.
Oh, that was a close.
Lovely deep throw.
Set up
taken down.
It's on. Just set that maul up nicely. Build it.
Going backwards
Brighton
now.
have counteracted that very well.
Been told use it once. Jacob France rolling out of the way.
Still going forward. And that's come down. Chipped out now. Out the back. Fraser Green with the nice run.
Plummer, quick over the ball, but loses his feet.
Out to Manu. Out to Ed Wilkes.
Numbers here. So slow ball.
Slowing it down there, Brighton, very well and getting away with it. Manu straight out, beats 2, takes a step.
Aiden Flynn
And
around
that's
the
been
legs.
lost. Penalty, Burnside.
Penalty. Hands in that ruck. Not rolling away either was the call. So let's see what.
Tell you what. Thought we had a few more numbers than that on the open. I would have looked at a little quick tap and go to Nigel.
We have gone to scrum.
But we've gone scrum.
So Brighton will look to monster this scrum.
Fred and Louis, they've been stalwarts of the Burnside props for as long as I've been playing as well.
They've been around a few years, eh?
Yeah.
They've seen a few scrums.
We've had a few come and go at the time, but these two here are... Are we on?
We're on here.
Yeah.
We've lost our feed again, so it'll be refreshed shortly. But we have a scrum here, Burnside ball, 10 metres out.
So Burnside got the... Now I've got the shunt on. They're going forward. Nigel controlling it at the back. Still going forward. Ball's come out. Ed Wilk takes a hit. Met hard by Piers there in a solid tackle. Countered by Andrew a little bit. Slowed down now for Burnside. Nigel at the base of the ruck. And that's advantage
by
Burnside. Joel's come through the side there.
Andrew Brown on another tackle. So ball's available again. Just little snipes around the side.
Just need
there
to keep
is what
picking and
Burnside
going.
doing.
Pick and go. Pick and go. That's all you need to do. Tire them in. Bring them in. Stops that Logan pinching
And
the
they've
ball,
lost
which
the
is
ball, so
just
we'll come back with the penalty.
literally just done. And I think we're going to have another card. And we got Zach Ellis down here, just a little bit slow to get up.
The ref's just going to have a chat with Ellie Wood saying,
No more.
Last warning.
We had one in the first half.
In the red zone, you're on warning again, so...
So what do you do here? Corner. Or tap and go, it looks like. And we're tapping and going. So hits out to Manu.
Manu's going to take it up again.
Manu's still going.
Taken down by Reece Fishwick.
He's not supporting his own body weight there,
No,
but
he has.
he's got it.
All over that Ellie Wood. That must have been a hell of a wide base for that one.
I'm very surprised with that. I didn't think Ali was sort of supporting his weight there, but clearly he's got a lot more core strength than I believe he has, especially with a dodgy back.
No, it's his neck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was... Yeah, Freddie's shaking his head bemused.
See, that there is where, again, we spoke at the first half. Your leaders have got to stand up.
They do.
You got 4 minutes left. You're 10 points down. Take the scrum. Suck in their forwards.
We've got Jacob France down receiving some attention. And we've got Kai Wilson, looks like he's coming on.
Young fella.
So Jacob France got his arm wrapped up in his jersey. That doesn't look good.
No, that wouldn't be good for Jacob. He's had a solid game.
He has had a solid game, but he's been troubled with injuries over the last few years, the poor bugger. He puts in a mountain of effort to get himself fit and back into the game. But yeah, another injury for him. Poor bugger. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, just a bit of a stinger.
So Brighton line out on their own 22. You probably got about, well, it says 2 minutes on the clock, plus probably another 6 or so for stoppages, maybe 10.
Lights are on here at Bailey Reserve, so
Brighton up by 10 points, 25 to 15.
Slow maul. So Brighton need to use this. Out it comes Plummer.
Kick deep.
Kick deep. Doesn't, or let bounce.
Cam Green takes the ball. Looks for the step. Breaks through one. Passes off to Ed Wilkes. Ed Wilkes switches play. Gets taken by Piers.
Piers making 2 tackles. Down and up, down and up.
Brighton stole the ball. Hands in.
Oh, over the top, and it looks like... Quick tap. solid.
I tell you what, though, Ed just doesn't give up. He leads from the front. And Manu makes the line. He's still going, Manu. Taken down,
Flynn
just outside the 22.
Quick. Oh.
And they've got us for a knock on.
Nick Simpson there.
Shot out. Read that very well, didn't he?
Now just cramping up.
I tell you what, either Sus or Cheese, I can't tell them apart sometimes. It's very lucky there in the...
Just tackle out the front here with Ed.
Well, yeah, Cheese tackle here and the ruck there maybe looked like they're just coming from the side, but Burnside still had the ball, so just let it play, you know. Don't need to ping everything. That's sort of not stopping the game. Hands are on knees for Burnside players. We have
and there's hands on knees for Brighton players as well. Arms crossed as well.
We probably... That's our clock up.
So into the 80th minute.
I can't see, unfortunately, Burnside coming back from here now. 10 points down. It's been done. I think Brighton had just got the number in the defence. Just covering that defensive line a little bit too strong.
They've got to stay focused though, because Burnside, given half an opportunity, is still going to cut Brighton open. So
need a big scrum from Freddie and Louis here.
So Freddie on Cheese. Yeah, great scrum by Brighton.
Good scrum from Brighton.
Clean ball, out to Piers.
Just going to soak up time now.
Yep, straight running. So Piers making extra yards.
And now we have the Brighton fans over the other side of the pitch now getting a chance on when there's only 2 minutes left roughly to play. They've been quiet most of the game.
I think it's the Burnside crowd are fighting quiet.
Yeah, they've quiet. Maybe we couldn't hear them because of over the Burnside, probably.
So quick recycle again. Brighton playing in centre field, just one-up rugby.
Just smart, slowing it down. Out to Ali Wood, another pick and go. Another phase. Slow it down. As soon as that ref says last, that's it.
Use it. Yep. I'm going out again. Andrew Brown. It's slow into contact, taking the tackle, two bodies over the top, reset, re-go. So come back this side for Lewis Boyle. Gets through the first tackle, two bodies on top, supporting him.
And I tell you what, we could probably call Brighton's going to come away with this win, which congratulations Brighton. And they've been the benchmark all season.
Forward there.
And as I say that, lost.
Hands.
Need to take that quickly.
So, I'd drop here.
So I don't know how long we got left here.
So Burnside rushing back to halfway. Brighton will take all the time in the world.
He's hitting through, and we've still got time. And there I am congratulating Brighton. And my own team going surprisingly. Let's see what we can do. So 25-22. Surely this might be last play. We've got the Barossa faithful cheering on Burnside. This is last play, I believe.
So referee looking at his clock. That is that he's signalling. So Brighton need to win this ball back.
So Punter's going to go deep.
Straight down to Manu. Over his head. He's going to run 85 metres to try and win this.
Oh, and that's a big bump.
Huge impact there. So Brighton just need to play smart here and shut the ball down.
Big D on Tough. And he's got a knee on the ground, so they've got to release him.
You got to Wilson now on the ground. So slow phases. Now Nathan Satala back for a second, taken straight over the ball.
He's just
Must
lost
release
that.
It.
Unlucky there, actually.
There it is. That is full time. Brighton 25, Burnside 22. What a cracker of a final.
What a finish.
What a final.
Congratulations, Brighton.
It was a game for full 80 minutes from both sides. Brighton are stoked with their win. Crowd is rushing on the field. Few of the Burnside boys a bit emotional. Richard Worsley out there shaking hands with everybody. A massive game.
Congratulations, Brighton. You know, you played the smart footy throughout it. Burnside, hard luck. Again, we got another year next year. Take the break, recover. You did well. We fought on. We held in deep. I thought we could have maybe sneaked it, but at the end of the day, Brighton's defence probably just held out.
I think it was. It was a game of defence and opportunities taken.
Yeah.
When Burnside increased the pace of the game, they went forward. They scored tries. They put Brighton on the back foot. Brighton dug deep, muscled up, and defended well.
I think what may have sort of Burnside really needed to take those opportunities in the first half.
They did.
Four penalties inside the Brighton 22, and not convert any single one.
Makes it tough, but a great year by both sides. They fought hard. They played some spectacular rugby. Tom Hankey and his team can walk away with their heads held high. They turned up and they made it to the final.
100%, and again, this is proved why these two teams are at sort of the pinnacle of SA rugby.
And it's year about, isn't it? It's like it's one bad game and Burnside's in front. It's one bad game, Brighton's in front.
1-1 in the season, comes to the grand final, and you know it's. But do you know what was also great this year? Seeing the likes of Lizzie, seeing the likes of Sels, seeing the likes,
Barossa getting up.
Barossa getting into the seconds.
The game is improving across the board, and it's fantastic to see that it's not just 2 clubs or 3 clubs. It's actually improving across the board.
100%. It's good for Saru.
And it's good for rugby.
And yeah, definitely. I think next year again will be another exciting year for Saru, and I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait. Till then, mate.
Cheers,
been
mate.
real.
Awesome.
We'll do it again, eh?
Thanks.
Send a curse to the commentator.